Bylaws are the backbone of corporate governance, yet many business owners underestimate their importance until problems arise. These internal rule books define how an organization operates, makes decisions, and resolves conflicts. Bylaws are the formal written rules that govern a corporation's structure, responsibilities, and procedures. They're established by the board of directors during incorporation and serve as the organization's internal constitution. While articles of incorporation broadly outline a company's existence, bylaws provide the detailed framework for day-to-day operations and governance. What exactly do bylaws cover? They define the company's purpose, official name, and organizational structure. They outline officer titles and responsibilities, board composition, voting procedures, and meeting requirements. Bylaws establish membership criteria, explain how officers are selected or removed, and detail how meetings should be conducted. They create clarity around roles and responsibilities so everyone understands how the organization functions. Unlike standard operating procedures, bylaws carry legal weight. They can be referenced in court if actions violate established rules. Well-written bylaws ensure smooth operations by providing solutions for issues ranging from elections to dispute resolution. The specific components of bylaws typically include identifying information like the company name and principal office location. They designate whether the corporation is public or private. They detail the board structure, including the number of directors, their duties, tenure, and quorum requirements. For stock corporations, bylaws specify shareholder information, including types and numbers of shares the corporation can issue. Bylaws also address meeting procedures, including frequency, location, notification requirements, and protocols. They outline record-keeping procedures, conflict of interest provisions, and amendment processes. Financial matters like fiscal year, loan approvals, and audit requirements are typically covered as well. Different organization types have slightly different bylaw requirements. Corporations, including nonprofits, are typically required to have bylaws. Limited liability companies or LLCs don't use traditional bylaws, but instead create operating agreements that serve a similar function. While not always legally required for LLCs, these documents help clarify roles and reduce potential conflicts. For nonprofits seeking tax-exempt status, bylaws must comply with IRS requirements for 501c3 organizations. These bylaws need to include statements affirming compliance with IRS rules and procedures for resolving conflicts of interest. Creating effective bylaws requires careful consideration. Organizations should first determine their specific needs and purpose. One person typically takes charge of writing the first draft, though complex organizations might divide writing tasks among several people. The draft should start with general information like the organization's name and purpose, before addressing more specific operational details. Once drafted, bylaws should be thoroughly reviewed and discussed before approval. Any proposed changes should be noted and voted on. After approval, the final draft should include the approval date, and copies should be distributed to board members, officers, and committee chairs. Bylaws aren't static documents. They should be periodically reviewed to ensure they still meet the organization's needs. Regular updates help guarantee that board members and officers understand and follow these rules. Anyone in the organization should be able to suggest amendments when issues arise. The legal significance of bylaws cannot be overstated. Courts may review them to determine if an organization acted appropriately in disputes. Financial institutions often request bylaws before opening accounts, and government agencies may require them during audits or grant applications. Directors may be held liable if their actions violate established bylaws. Given their importance, many organizations seek professional legal guidance when creating or amending bylaws. A corporate attorney can ensure bylaws align with state laws and IRS regulations while supporting the organization's specific operational needs. Strong, well-crafted bylaws provide the foundation for organizational success. They support transparency, efficient decision-making, and legal compliance. By clearly defining roles, responsibilities, and procedures, bylaws help organizations navigate challenges and fulfill their mission with confidence.